surge. Duncan hits the big three over Zwikker and then gives someone the famous "you the man" point. Carolina struggling early on, turning it over. Tony Rutland with the steal and rewards Duncan for running the floor. Wake up to Duncan with 18 in the first. Late in the first, North Carolina down 2 at Cota. He had 13 points. We're tied at 35. We're going to the break. Second half, Carolina on fire. Cota again. Alley-oop to Vince Carter. Cota 7 assists. Carter 10 points. Heels leading 53-48. Now it's Surge in the post. No, but Antoine Jamison with a huge three-point play with 5 minutes to go. Heels pulling away. Dave Odom scratching his head under 10 seconds to go. Surge ices it with the three. Zwikker with 17 points. Carolina wins by 13 from an 0-3 to start to the league champion. 2. Well, Wolfpack down 2 in the second half. And CeCe Harrison goes coast to coast. I guess that's what CeCe stands for. Part of an 18-8 second half run for NC State. Game tied at 27. More Harrison. Maybe the CC and ACC stands for CeCe Harrison. 17 of his 24 points in the second half. And NC State raising the roof once again, this time on Maryland. And they shocked the Terrapins by the final of 65-58. NC.
2, Mike Kosel-Sharon hitting the open three. Badgers up for the first time since early first half. 44 seconds left. Gophers down 2. Sam Jacobson, what a play. Fooling the Badger defenders. They bump into each other. Jacobson nails the three. But Badger Ty Calderwood hit one free throw to tie the game. Here's the call in the second.
To give his team the lead. It is airborne. Got it. And Wisconsin leads 66-65. 11 seconds left. This is it. Harris front court 8 seconds. Harris left side with Calderwood 6 seconds. Harris to Jacobson at the top 4 seconds. Ball knocked loose. Oki's there. The Badgers are dancing. The Badgers are dancing in 1997. And the field house is up for grabs.
Dick Bennett waving to the crowd, and Ty Calderwood, well, he's simply shirtless and happy as Wisconsin wins it by 1. Upset half, Mike Robinson. The steal, and check out this play. What a save over to Chad Austin. Austin, good finish. He had 21. Purdue up 10 at the break. Second half, Illinois rallying. They're good. Bryant Notre. Off the inbound pass, gets the basket and the foul. He had 13 second half points. We're tied. Purdue, Brad Miller. Pump fake. Great play. Career high 27 points at the right time to make Gene Cady a happy man. Now it's wait and see for the Boilermakers. Said Coach Cady, there's Nelly. He's open. And he hits. Spartans pulling away. Bobby Knight not liking what he sees. Spartans up by 5. Neil Reed. From there, no. Antonio Smith with a rebound, a career-high 19 boards for Smith. And with 1 second to go, Hoosiers within 3. It's Reed. Desperation time at the buzzer. Iron, and that's it. Okay. 63-60, the final. Bobby Knight's.
Larry Davis on the drive. William Gallman with the slam. Gamecocks up by as many as 10. Second half, different story. All Bulldogs. Ray Harrison an easy 2. Derek Dukes for 3. Eddie Fogler so frustrated that he's barking at the commissioners. He got a technical for that. Georgia leading by 7. G.G. Smith seals the deal with 1 of 5 threes. He's the coach's son, you know. There's dad, there's son. And Georgia in the upset, 78-63, led by G.G. Final, less than 3 ticks left in the first half. Cameron Smith nails it. He had 11 and a half more on him in a moment. Kentucky led 45-34 after that. After 1. In the second half, Michael White battling with Wayne Turner with the ball and drives in for the lane for the leaner. Turner with 13, UK by 28, more Wildcats. Ron Mercer takes the shot. Scott Padgett has his back. Kentucky up 19, and Rick Pitino says, thank you. Well, thank you very much. Kentucky wins 88-70. The story in this.
Over Boston College, Scooney Penn. Watch him. He's in this highlight a lot. Still in the first half, Scooney. Great pass to Dwayne Woodard. Eagles in control over Nova. Still first half, all BC. It's Scooney again. Left-handed lay-in. Eagles up by 16. You know what? You think Scottie Pippen is home watching game films of the New York Knicks? No, he's enjoying the Scooney Penn show. Then the no-look to Bevan Thomas for 3. Eagles up 20 in this game. More of BC and Scooney off the loose ball. Costas Maglos tips it home. An emotional victory. Boston College wins it 70-58. BC using a North Carolina Charlotte. Chris Crawford, his problem, he's running into his own teammates. First half, time winding down. Aaron Hutchins pulling up, buries the three to beat the clock. 3 of 5 from three-point range. He had 16. Second half, UNC Charlotte down 7. DeMarco Johnson could not be stopped for a moment, pulling Carolina Charlotte within 1. Marquette too tough down the stretch. This Crawford, he had 20 on the day. Marquette by 6. Marquette bench obviously excited. Marquette can start dancing, cut down those nets. You're going. Marquette wins by 8. Not bad.
Iowa State, number 1, Kansas. Jacques Vaughn off the outlet. Here comes Vaughn. The car wash because he's automatic, apparently. Kansas up 4 at the break. The Jayhawks, some stifling defense on Dedrick Willoughby, which is basically the way you attack Iowa State. The air ball for Willoughby. Kansas had no such trouble scoring. Rafe LaFrentz. And Kansas with an impressive 72-48 shellacking of the number 16 team in the country. And they did it by smothering Willoughby and Iowa State. Just 10 points for Willoughby, and the Cyclones missed 19 of 24 shots in the second half, going more than 10 minutes without a field goal. Said Roy Williams, quote, "I cannot think of any team at any level going back to high school that played better defense." Mizzou and Oklahoma in the other semifinal, a rough and tumble affair. Jason Sutherland and Nate Erdman going for the loose ball.
Somebody's under the table.
Upend one another and crash into the scorer's table. Both were okay. How okay? Well, Sutherland working off the pick. The banker in the paint. Mizzou up 38-29 at the half. Here's Erdman. Hurt his shoulder so much that he could finish with the left hand. Sooners still down 9. More rough and tumble play. Tyrone Lee pokes the ball away from Corey Brewer and then tries to dribble Brewer's head. Wasn't called for palming, but did get called for an intentional foul. Missouri too strong. Derek Grimm launches the long 3, makes Coach Sampson look grim. Missouri wins 89-80. Jason Sutherland led Missouri with up by 2 with 30 seconds left. Cameron Dollar comes right back, ties it at 84. Then Toby Bailey picks off the inbounds pass, gets fouled, and Bailey hits the side of the backboard. And then on the line, hits the second of his 2 free throws to put UCLA up 1. Steve Lavin squatting. Isaac Fontaine shooting free throws to put the Cougars back up by 1. The Cougars up by 1 against UCLA, but here comes Cameron Dollar doing his Tyus Edney imitation, you might remember, against Missouri in the tournament. And Dollar, yes, and it counts. And that'll wrap it up. UCLA, a huge win. Another amazing journey worth recapping. Arizona and Cal at the Cal Palace. Second half, Cal up by 2. Tony Gonzalez puts it in reverse. Cal up by 4. More from Tony Gonzalez. This time, a nice dish from Prentice Magruder. Count the bucket and the foul. Magruder pumped. Cal up by 8. Arizona coming back. A.J. Bramlett gets the bucket and the foul. He had 19 on the night. More from Bramlett with under a minute to play. Yet another bucket. Yet another foul. He enjoys that. The Cats go up by 1 on the free throw line. Only 1 second to play. Prentice Magruder makes the free throw to put Cal up 2. But Arizona's been here before. Last year against Cincy, Miles Simon in the SB-like moment to win it for the Cats. Would he do it again? Simon says, almost. Wow. And check out the guy with the young kid on his shoulders running on the floor. That would have been interesting if Miles Simon made that. But he didn't. California goes on to win by 2. Cal loses leading scorer Ed Gray to number 23 Stanford. First possession, Brevin Knight with the steal. Going coast to coast for the layup. It's 2-0 Stanford. Everything falling for Tim Young. Turnaround, the bounce. He finished with 23. Stanford up 47-29 at the break. Brevin Knight, 21 points, 8 assists, 5 steals. A type of performance that would make Mom proud on senior night. Mike Montgomery, extremely proud of Brevin Knight, and why not? Tim Young with 23, Brevin Knight added.
Keith Van Horn facing TCU in the WAC tourney final. Andre Miller knows a good thing when he sees it. There's Van Horn. More of Keith. Miller again, wide open. How do you leave him wide open? 16 points at the break. Utes up 12 at the break. Second half, all Utes, all Van Horn, all the time for the Jam. 37 points and 15 boards. This one was easy. This time, no miracle work needed. No reason for Rick Majerus to leave his feet. But he couldn't stop talking about the tournament MVP, calling Van Horn a living legend. Pulling the press, building a cushion. Jarrell Seaman, Kareem Lewis, good ball movement. Coppin State will lead by 10, 6 minutes left. A&T responding. Dexter Cannon down the lane, high off the glass. Nice touch. Coppin State by 6, under 2 minutes now. It's the cannon, Dexter, fearless, down the lane, we're tied. Aggies even had a chance to win this thing at the buzzer. 2 shots closing seconds, including the rebound attempt at the buzzer. Just missed, as you can see, as we go to overtime. 1 point Coppin State lead last minute. Reggie Welch underneath, undercut, still gets the bucket falling down. 3-point play seals it. Final score, there you see it, 81-74. The Eagles have
To that game, there's Larry looking for the upset win. Rain Mahaffey in the post gets the turnaround. The fall and the foul. Pacific led 31-23 at the half. Second half, Utah State making a run. Kevin Rice for 3. Utah State gets within 4, but that's as close as they would get. Pacific too much. Corey Anders for 3. Tigers go up 58-48. Frustration would set in for the Aggies. Coach Larry gets a double technical and the gate and gets in the face of the refs. He said his piece, but he lost. Rain Mahaffey scored 16 points. Cal State Northridge with the ball down 1. Keith Higgins drives but loses it. Montana goes the other way. J.R. Camel pushes it up, and Camel drains the jumper. Montana goes up 82-79 after timeout. Last chance for the Matadors. Trent Cross launches the desperation 3-0. Gets it back, tries another 3. No. Montana wins the Big Sky Championship, and Cal State Northridge can only watch and cry. But hey, the matter.
action. Robert Haskins jams home the missed shot. That was his only basket. It was worth seeing, wasn't it? Second half, St. Joe's by 7. Wheeler leading the Rams back, hitting the 3. Rhode Island within 4. Wheeler was on fire, 19 points for him. St. Joe's closing strong. Bay finding Duval Simmons. That's a floater. And that's a victory for Phil Martelli, driven to tears. His Hawks with the 8-10. Miami of Ohio, Eastern Michigan. Friendly roll. Miami was up 47-33 at the half. Second half, still all Miami. Zerbiak, the give and go with Frierson, 58-37. Miami of Ohio. Then Nubel's shot stops on the back of the rim. Eastern Michigan called for goaltending. 27 points there. And more of a Miami of Ohio domination. And there you see stuck on the rim. As promised, I don't lie. 96-76 was the final. Don't ever
At 1, Mississippi Valley State's Anthony Davis gets rejected by Robert Fairley, and Doug Williams makes the steal and jams. Tigers up 3. Late in the second half, Doug Williams rejects Chris Smith ferociously. Tyrone Moten picks up the loose ball, and he gets up for the downstroke. Jackson State goes to the dance. Tigers win 81-74. And Jackson State at 14-15 becomes the second team in this year's tournament with a sub-500 record. Southwest Texas and Northeast Louisiana in the Southland Conference Final. Dennis Newton jams it home. They call him the Baby Shaq, which could be, you know, to some monotonous. He had 4 points. Second half, Northeast Louisiana by 2, but Damian Sampson puts it in. Bobcats up by 1 after the 3-point play. Rodney Walton, the 3-pointer in transition. Walton had 14 points off the bench. Bobcats up 3, and then Damian Sampson again with the key 3-pointer. Sampson had 18 as Southwest Texas wins 74-64, and they
Final Carolina and NC State for most of the first half. Dean Smith would put the 7'3" Serge Zwicker on Justin Gainey, the 6-foot freshman, and it worked. And Mrs. Zwicker said, that's Ma Zwicker. Terrific. Second half, Shammond Williams got hot from bang. Tar Heels 45-34. Williams on his way to 23 points. The pack hangs in Gainey. From the side, State is down by 2 on Gainey's only 3 of the game with 6 to play. The Tar Heels, though, wear the Wolf Pack down. Williams to Anton Jamison and the foul. Well, Anton Jamison gets a basket and a foul. It was Shammond's day. Williams, drive, falls. Tar Heels will raise the roof, but Dean Smith is not sure if he knows what that. Never mind. You do it. You're the players. You get the scholarships. I'll just take the record. 64-54. This is the first time in the tournament against Georgia. It's Jared Prickett with the steal. Ron Mercer back to Prickett, and there's nobody on him later in the first half. This seemed to work fairly well, so they basically did it again. Only this time Mercer holds on and throws it down, and Rick Pitino says, "You make me laugh, ha-ha." 24 first half points off 15 Georgia turnovers. Georgia getting a little frustrated. John Norton. And Rick Pitino explains it's a Mission Impossible mask. I'm Mike Fratello. More Kentucky. Alan Edwards. Huge. One-handed over 2 defenders. Forget it. 95-68. 5 conference titles in 6 years for Kentucky and 20 all-time after Pacific and Nevada in the Big West final. The last automatic bid. Here's the Pacific getting out from under the pressure. Monty Owens and the give and go to Tim Bowman. 42-29 Tigers. But then the pressure also worked. Paul Culbertson picks up the loose ball. Jimmy Carroll. And Nevada's still in the game, but Pacific was too much. Rain Mahaffey. It's raining threes. Saw that one coming down Broadway. And hey now, Michael Olowokandi celebrates in an unusual and shirtless manner. On Nevada.
Finals, Jacques Vaughn, Paul Pierce. Pierce, 30 points, 11 rebounds. Tigers, feisty. Keep your eye on Jason Sutherland blocking out in the paint. He and Ryan Robertson get tangled up. And then the game of Twister is on. No fouls called on the play, and no further signs of Missouri. Vaughn again looking for the Abe Lincoln lookalike, Scott Pollard, sporting the mutton chops. Vaughn, 12 assists. And watch, they're trying to tell Roy Williams how to do it, and Roy's trying. Oh. See, Dean Smith's not doing that.
No, bad day for coach.
In the final 25 seconds, Brandon Hughes says we're now down 3. Michigan pressures the inbounds pass. Buckeyes turn it over. Maceo Bastion, we're tied up. The possession arrow favors Steve Fisher. Wolverines ball, Lewis Bullock for 3 in the tie, and we're tied at 74. Ohio State problems again on the inbounds pass. Damon Stringer pushing it up. Nishan Coleman, the jumper for the win. And we go into overtime. Final seconds of overtime, tied at 79. Stringer. It's picked by Travis Conlon. Feeds Brandon Hughes. Got the runner, got the foul. And Michigan pulls off the overtime win. Although on the replay, it looked like Conlon.
Half. Third quarter, Jordan tries to keep the Bulls alive. No. Patrick just watching. Frozen pizza. Conserving energy. Bulls, though, still down by.
I'm taking the lead. James Collins, Trey, money. He was 4 of 11 shooting. And as my daughter would say, another one, Daddy. Collins had 14. FSU led by 6 at the break. Todd Bergen didn't play for most of the game due to a finger injury. Second half, all Florida State. Lamar Green tells Jason Cipolla, peace out, son. Greer had 16. Jim Boeheim needs therapy. Finishing touches, Corey Lewis. All right, that was a good mojo right there. 2 of his 9 cues not in the house. Oh, my God, oh, my God. They fall 82-67. There's CC off the hook. 2 of his 15 stayed up 8. Danny Strong was. Trey, can I get a witness from the congregation? He was 4 of 12 from 3-land, 25 points, but the Bears stormed back. Josh Holtz hits a 3. He had 6. Herb Sindick feels it slipping away, but at the other end, Justin Gainey. Huge 3, butter. Gainey had 10 points. The season ends for Steve Alford's boys, 77-66. Pack prevail. Strong. 7 free throws in the final 69 seconds to see would not be his final game as coach. Second half, Chris Garner. Give him the hoop, the foul, a car, a VCR, 8 points, give him 5 rebounds. Memphis led by as many as 15, but UNLV storms back. Tyrone Nesby with the alley. Keon Clark shakes the oop. Keon went for 23. Down the stretch, UNLV up 1. Kevin James seals it with a runner. UNLV wins it 66-62. Larry Finch's career at Memphis comes to a halt, chewing on his towel. Again, first half, fair in hand. Hands down, beats everyone down the floor for the lay-in. Give him a hand. Hand had 27. Second half, Nevada, now down 1. Hands out his only assist. There's a theme here. To Paul Culbertson for the bucket. Culbertson had 6. Nevada up 1. Nevada would pull away. Up 10 on a 3-1 break. Marvin Wilson, I'm nothing but the dog in me. Marvin's only bucket. Pat Foster and his Wolfpack are headed to the second round. Nevada wins it 97-86. The Wolfpack